Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff. Having a little bit of technical speed bumps there to get on, but we're on and we're back and we're live from downtown Salem, Mass.
Technical difficulties. Yeah. Our middle name.
God, do we miss Denny?
Denny, we miss you.
Oh, man, do we miss him. Hopefully our first guest will call in tonight.
Yeah.
If not, well, we have plenty of material to cover.
I got nothing.
All right, check us out on DTMWickedRadio.com. A new time Saturday night from 9 to 11 Eastern Standard Time.
Sure about that?
I'm positive. 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Broadcasting live from downtown Salem, Mass. Mark and Jeff. What's going on, Jeff?
I was just thinking, Salem, it's getting crazy around here now.
Yeah, it's getting busy.
Once fall hits, it's like that's when the people start rolling in.
Yeah, it's getting real busy, real crazy. The tours are going great. In fact, right now is a great time to get you and your family, your friends, and come on down and see me, Mark Legere. Get in touch with me at witchcityghosts.com, and it's Salem's only real ghost hunt, where you actually go on the investigation and take you around a couple of the most spookiest places we know in Salem. Actually, we do a lot of ghost walk sessions, EVPs, use our thermal cameras, regular cameras too. If you have them, bring them down. Come on down and see me.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yep, and then we, or you, post some of the evidence that's good up on your site.
Yeah, I'll do it up on that website this year, witchcityghosts.com, and probably on Facebook. Mark Legere. Nobody ever knows how to spell our last name.
No.
Curses. That's why our father used to call himself Ledger. L-E-D-G-E-R. It worked for him.
Throw an E after every letter. It's easy to spell. L-E-G-E-R-E.
See, we. So what's going on, Jeff? What's new and exciting?
Not much. Let's see. What's going on for me? Another car repair. Trying to work to pay for that, and that's about it. Just kind of plugging. Have my new video show coming up Thursday, though.
Oh, what's your video show going to be?
Well, why don't you tune in and find out? I'm still kind of fine-tuning it. So I'll be posting that on my Facebook page.
Where do we find it? What's the link? What is it?
It's all brand new, so I'm going to post the link. And next week I'll have more information on it. This week's just kind of like my pilot series, I guess you could call it.
Our man Denny set us up with this. I'm going to be doing a sports show.
Yep,
get away from the paranormal a little bit and do sports.
Oh, yeah.
Love it. Won't be all New England. It's going to be all, of course, a lot of football, stuff like that.
Cricket in England?
No, well, yeah, maybe cricket scores if it gets big, but, soccer, fairy football. I mean, soccer. And
cricket's like the stupidest sport.
Cricket. Isn't that like a little insect that makes a little chirping noise?
It's kind of like baseball and with, they got these freaking wooden things. I don't even know. I watch it on YouTube or something. It's freaking, I don't even know why they play it.
Right.
Well, not much to do in England, I guess.
A little bit. Just a little bit. It's always rainy.
We could have Claire Sloan on again.
Well, Claire was great.
With her funky accent.
You see her? Yeah. Oh, I love you people. She said we talk funny. I don't know. A little bit. No, she was great. She was great. See all the pictures out there on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, she's one hot mama. All the way over the pond. Claire Sloan. We've had a lot of great guests over the past. Someday we should just play some of the tidbits. I think one of my favorites were, well, we've had a lot, but we had one, that dude that was captured by a UFO. Twice. And then they probed him.
Yeah.
And they did nasty things to him.
The second time he volunteered to go back.
And you were in a fresh mood that night. I think when they were probing him, you said, "Did they find the brains down there?"
I didn't say that.
No, that was me.
treat the guests with respect.
Respect. We treat our guests with the utmost respect.
I mean, we talk to everybody from people that have seen Bigfoot to flying saucers to ghosts to...
Right.
So,
we do. We see a lot, yeah. We do cover it all, and we have a lot of great guests.
Hence the name, Everything Paranormal.
Everything.
Mark and Jeff.
Everything Paranormal. But what we're trying to do right now is veer away from it a little bit and get into, we welcome all sorts of guests now. Our schedule is actually, it's going to be great. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up. We have lots of authors. We have psychologists. We have some psychiatrists. A couple of weeks, Jeff will like this, a sex therapist or a couple.
Yeah.
Right. It does, and they...
practicing? Or
they
give advice?
Not on the radio, but I think they might give us some advice.
Oh.
Good advice is always good to have.
Videos?
Videos? No videos. We're going to keep the video off for that segment of the show, okay?
Well, see, it's me and you. Good.
All right. All right, well, I believe our first guest is here. Our first guest is an author, and she writes fiction, paranormal fiction. It seems very interesting. She seems like she'd be a great guest, Jeff. Please welcome Sky Gennaro. Sky, how are you?
I'm doing fine. How are you, Mark and Jeff?
We are doing wonderful. Why don't you tell our listeners about yourself?
Oh, well, I am a teen paranormal romance author. I live in Portland, Oregon. My fascination with psychics and other gifted individuals sparked when my own abilities started to grow when I was a kid. And I finally recognized that when I was an adult for what it really was.
Nice.
Thank you.
Jeff is funny. That's like your first response every show.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm sure it is.
That's kind of what happened to me, too. It's like I didn't realize what I was going to, what I could do either until, like, recently, about 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So, Sky, tell us about your book.
Oh, well, I have a series that I'm writing called the Echo Saga, and Echo Across Time is the first book in a 4-book teen supernatural romance series that's set here in Portland, Oregon. And the main character is Echo Bennett. She's a 17-year-old girl who falls into a coma after a bullying incident. And when she wakes up, she discovers she can feel and read people's auras. And this is cool because it allows her to tell when people are lying or hiding information. But she also has a huge problem in that she's gained telekinetic ability that she cannot control. And it's triggered by her emotions.
Okay, yeah.
And one day in physics class, a gorgeous boy partially materializes at the front of the room. This is Connor, the love interest. And he's got incredible supernatural ability. And he's risked everything to travel to Echo's time because even from 160 years in the future, he can feel her fear and her power, but he also secretly knows that Echo is his soulmate. And Connor's reason for coming to Echo's time is to teach her how to defend herself against a faction in the city that kidnaps gifted people and forces them to join their underground supernatural army, if you think super soldier kind of army. And those who refuse are killed. And so as the story unfolds, the questions become, does Echo have what it takes to survive, and what will become of these two soulmates who have been separated by time?
Nice.
And that's
sounds
book
very
one.
interesting. It sounds great.
Yeah?
I like it.
So that's cool. You can go with a few other books off of that.
Yeah, I'm working on book 2 now, and that's due out early December, and it's slated to be a 4-book series. And I'm also writing some spin-off short stories because people are really, really enjoying book 1, and I am a slow writer. So writing a full novel for me is this exercise in endurance. So I take a little time to write little spin-off short stories so that people learn more about the main characters.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Feeds the audience, and it's a blast for me.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
great.
cool. That's a good way to do it. That way you're keeping people's interest, and they're building up for the next book.
Keeping those creative juices flowing.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. It's really good.
All of that and more.
Now, do you find a problem like you hit writer's block, or you just find trouble getting the time?
Well, I write full time, and I write every day, or try to. But yeah, sometimes there are days when it's just like like nothing is there. It's like sitting in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I just learned to respect that as part of the cycle, part of the creative cycle. And sometimes what I need to do then is just read.
Yeah.
Just stop trying to think of things to make up and let somebody else do the making up stuff for me. And usually, you know, a day goes by and I'm right back.
Or you go sweep the floor or something.
Yeah. Do you read fiction yourself, or what do you read? What do you like to read?
I like reading fiction and nonfiction.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things to read is, especially when I started out writing about paranormal topics, is writing about the science behind paranormal topics, because I guess in part I was looking for validation, but also I was just so curious to know what other people had been doing surrounding scientific experimentation. And there's tons of it out there, and a lot of people don't realize that over the past, 40 or 50, maybe even 60 years, millions of research trials have been conducted on topics such as psychics and telepathy and the human consciousness ability to influence inanimate objects. And the results are astounding. And this research is conducted at places like, really high-level universities like Cornell and Stanford. And I really got into doing that. Anyway, so I still love to read about things like that. I also read some fiction, but I think I'm a bit of a paranormal research junkie, too.
A what junkie?
Paranormal research junkie.
Oh, really? Okay. Tell us a little bit. What you did you ever have an experience, a paranormal experience?
I haven't had to you. Let me ask you, what's a paranormal experience?
Well, sometimes it is just a feeling.
Just a feeling.
Sometimes it is
it
just
could be
an
anything
experience,
from a feeling to a
seeing something or
something out of the corner of your eye or
hearing something. But I guess it would mostly be
something you can't explain. Is basically something that to this day you don't really know what happened.
Whisper in your ear, a touch.
And your mind might have made it turn into something else that it wasn't, but. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. I didn't know if you were kind of grouping that paranormal into like more ghost type experiences, but.
Well, anything out of the normal.
Oh goodness.
Ghosts,
we could talk a long time about that. When when my dog died, the weirdest things started happening. I mean, the light bulbs went out over the next few days after that. The television turned on by itself. A garage door wheel fell off, and there's a bizarre story behind that. But yes, I've experienced clairaudience, this voice that is not your own or anybody else's around you, especially if there's no one there.
Yeah.
That's telling you something.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. And clairvoyance as well, little bits here and there. So it's smatterings of experiences over time.
So I just gave you basic paranormal.
She went with it. She went with it.
You're hearing voices and stuff. That's good, Dream.
Yeah.
That would be paranormal. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite experiences too is when I take the time. I don't know. From what I understand, you guys have some pretty good intuitive abilities as well. Yes.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
I think they've developed. Yep.
Right. And I think they tend to develop over time when we use them more.
Right.
When we practice them. And I've gone a little left brain on myself lately,
yeah.
which is kind of sad because I love my intuitive ability, but sometimes I just don't make time for it. But when I do, one of the things that I like to do is use oracle cards, which for audience members who maybe aren't familiar with them, they're just a variety of a tarot card.
Yeah,
the way I look at them.
Have you heard of those, Jeff?
Yes, I got a pit some myself.
You've got a set of oracle cards yourself?
No, they're tarot, but
tarot cards.
I do a 7-card spread on myself every morning.
All right, go ahead, Sky.
Every morning? Oh, that's pretty nice. Well, I wish I had the commitment to do that.
Well, I do it when I'm getting ready.
Yeah. Ooh, that sounds like fun. That sounds like maybe I'll adapt that habit. It doesn't take that long to do, and really it's just a commitment.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just a 7-card. I just do like a 7-card spread. I flip them. I see what they mean, and that's it. I just put them away.
Vegas. That's tarot cards, 7-card spread. Okay.
Yeah. Basically, what you do with a 7-card spread is your first is your past.
Yeah.
Your second is your present. Third is your future. Fourth is what to do. Fifth is who will be with you.
All right.
Sixth is a problem you're going to face. And 7 is the final result.
How do the other cards, the oracle cards, work?
Well, you can do certain spreads like that as well. Or the way I was taught to use them by a wonderful and really gifted psychic named Susan Merrick, who lives here in Portland, is you shuffle the cards, just keep moving them in your hand, shuffling them, and you pose a question quietly and wait for an intuitive flash to tell you how many cards to draw. And then you just let your internal guide tell you, maybe you take those cards off the top, maybe you take them off out of the middle, whatever. And I like to put them face down and turn them over and look at them one at a time. And oracle cards are a little different from tarot cards in that the pictures on the decks can be of anything. And mine are very beautiful. They're drawings and symbols, and they have a couple words on them. But
are they still like cups and swords and?
Oh no, not like tarot cards at all.
No, what are they? Just like one big random suit, or?
She's explaining them.
No, I know. I'm just asking questions.
Yeah. Well, for instance, there might be in a darker card, there may be a picture of a dark hand and a shadow and a light coming down from somewhere. On other cards, there's a picture of perhaps flowers and a dove, or a variety of different images on a card. So when you say soup, they're specific images. Sometimes they come together to tell a story, or sometimes they do seem to be just like individual images on one card. But the idea is you flip one over and you look at that, and immediately whatever intuitive flash comes to you, you try and understand if that resonates with you. And I've had some luck using cards like that, but I tell you what really fries my noodle with these cards is when I look at them, I flip it over, so I have a question in my mind. For instance, like, what's going to happen tonight? Something that's going to happen tonight. And I flip over a card and I look at it, and something in the card moves. The static image actually becomes animated for just a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means, but that was trippy. And later in the day then, I see that represented in the real world in the most bizarre way. And I'll tell you what, I have a degree in microbiology. I've spent over a decade in market research in the technology sector. And so I'm very careful about labeling things as not having a rational answer to them.
Yeah.
Right.
And
everything has to have an answer.
Well, you know that, and I know that. It can be hard to convince others of that.
Well,
but
if you can convince yourself, that's all that really matters.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, basically, if people don't believe, I believe you. I definitely believe you. And it's like, if people don't, then they're not at the level you're at.
They're just not in that place.
Yeah, exactly.
And I totally respect that because I know that's a hard bridge to cross for some people.
Well, we're all taking our own path, and, you know, where we end up is where we end up. But, you know, I mean, for me, in the last, like, year or so, I've been working on, like, my heightened awareness. So it's like I just hear and see things now more clearly.
Great. Well, may I ask what kinds of exercises you're doing to improve that?
I just tell myself to do it.
Okay.
I've been doing a lot more meditation and visualization and so stuff like that. And it's, you know, I just ask. I'd like to have some more heightened awareness, and then I just keep track of it. And, you know, so
I think it depends on what you're willing to put into it. Because I've been doing much better too. During investigations, I can actually see, I can almost visualize things, and it's all
Very
better.
cool.
It's true. It is.
Got your new Durango out there.
My new truck. You know, I mean, but that's not even. Yeah, that's. I'm in a better
it's all
place.
part of it. It's like the heightened awareness.
It's positive thinking and being.
Yeah, you see opportunities that you wouldn't have seen if you were not looking for them.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
I hear.
Right.
Yep.
So if you're like thinking of something, and it's, you know, you've got heightened awareness, you're going to see 10 more opportunities than you would have seen, and things that you wouldn't even you want to be.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. So, I mean, with your cards, that's good what you're doing. I'm going to try doing that with my cards, that I can, I'm just going to, like, meditate and stare at them when I pull them up. You know, I'll take more time. I like that idea.
Yeah, good. I certainly enjoy it.
Yeah, because I can see that happening, you know, with mine, because I've got nice pictures on mine, too. I mean, I've got the 4 suits, the pentacles, and all that stuff. But, you know, I'm going to try that and just do like a 3-card spread and just use those 3 cards and just meditate on those. So, I don't think I could do 7 before I go to work. I'll show up at noon every day.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes time, and that unfortunately gets in the way sometimes.
Yeah. So what I do now is I just kind of do my 7, and I know what the cards mean, so I'm just going off meaning, but I'm not actually doing the picture thing. I like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Great insight.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I like your kind of quick and dirty little thing in the morning.
Yeah.
It still works. It's still effective, but you're not dwelling on it and spending time over it. And I tend to do that sometimes. I tend to get a little over involved.
I just do it and then I let it go, you know?
Yeah.
And then I see what happens in the day.
Nice. And I will try that.
Yeah, there's two different ways, you know, just to mix it up, because sometimes it gets a little boring doing the same thing all the time.
Right.
I like it. So, Sky, I have so many questions to you. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Explain to us the need for paranormal mentors and paranormal guidance for gifted youth. How would that be advantageous to them?
Boy, where to start? Well, let me give you some insight as to where I came up with this idea, why I thought it was important. And it's not necessarily because of my experiences. I feel like I've just kind of grown into, my ability so slowly, and still my ability is really soft compared to many. But anyway, about a year ago, I came across this short-lived television series that totally blew me away. Did you guys ever hear about or watch the program on A&E? It was called Psychic Kids, Children of the Paranormal.
Oh, yeah, with Chip Koff.
Yeah, with Chip. I keep friending him.
I love that.
Send me back.
No, he's too busy. Yeah, I love that show.
You got me in jail.
But Chip's in jail, or you, anyway.
Yeah, Chip's like, another stalker. I don't know this guy.
Yeah, I don't know him. Yeah, I got put in Facebook jail because of him. But go ahead anyway.
Facebook jail. Yeah, you don't want to piss off Facebook.
No.
But anyway, yeah, they only did 6 episodes, but I watched this and I just thought it was amazing. And for people who haven't watched it, so Chip Coffey is a psychic, and he pairs up with a woman named Edie Nathan, and she's a licensed psychotherapist, I think. And they meet with gifted kids and their families to help them, the families and the kids, to help them validate with and cope with the child's ability. So that these children are psychic, or they're mediums, or they're precogs, or
They were
what have you.
amazing. Yeah, they're amazing.
I don't know why that show didn't go longer.
Only 6 episodes. It was like the Charlie Brown thing, and they only had a couple episodes. I didn't know it was that few.
Yeah, that was
like
that's one of the best paranormal shows I thought was on TV, because it was real.
I know, me too. I thought it was just astounding.
Yeah.
And these children that they had on the program were so incredibly gifted. And they were terrified. They were so afraid. They didn't have anyone to turn to. Their parents, in some cases, thought the kids were a little off their rocker.
They're born in a lot better time now than 20 years ago, I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's more accepted now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of, they're like a phenomenon of in and of themselves.
Yeah.
And so, people kind of get excited about that. But, I watched this, and I watched the impact that Chip, and then they would occasionally have like a guest healer or someone on there to help with kids too.
Yeah.
Right? And so I watched the impact that this had on the kids, and their helping them understand their gift, and to understand that it was a gift and how to manage it. Because when you have this kind of power, and it's coming at you, it's incoming, it can overpower you. And they don't understand that they can manage it and that they should have power over it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and especially these kids, they're so gifted and so sensitive, from what I could see.
You think they could find
it's so tough to overcome that and to learn how to deal with it.
You think they could find a slot on TV for that, because that was a good show.
They revisited some of those kids. They came back as adults. I just saw that not that long ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep.
How long ago was the show on? Like a year.
I really didn't realize there was only 6 episodes. I love that show, but I was wondering why I can never find it.
Maybe that's why.
A couple of years ago. It wasn't that long, right? Maybe it was recorded more than a few years ago.
It was like a couple of years ago.
I think it was a couple of years ago. I can't remember. I know I bought the disc on Amazon. I think the disc was only $6. So those of you listening, go buy this little TV series for $6 and watch it, because it's very cool.
Or dig through the Walmart bins for $1 and you'll find one.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably there as well. Yeah.
I guess it has to be in your genre to really appreciate it. But I love that show. Maybe that was the problem. Not enough people are. We gotta try to use a big word and mess it up.
Yeah. What the hell is genre?
Oh. I'm not sure I can figure out the context of that one, but anyway, as you were.
Genre.
Yeah.
Oh, the genre.
Genre.
Or that, right? Okay.
I always read it. I never say it. So
anyway, that was what got me thinking about that, and how incredibly valuable something like that would be, because I think that our society is at this point where we need to have a better understanding of the spiritual world, and start bringing that into our lives, not necessarily from a religious place, right, but from a metaphysical place.
Yep.
And we hear about kids who are very young, like 3 years old, right?
Yeah.
And how they have really uncanny intuition or second sight.
Yep.
Sure.
By the time they get to preschool, their connection to the other world kind of faded.
Oh yeah. Every kid when they're little, because it's
why would it fade though?
Because we start to learn beliefs from
other
people
tell you not to believe. Right.
Yeah, we start to learn beliefs that from our parents. That's when our brain is developed until we're 9 years old. So everyone's born with psychic ability. It's just those that stay with them. There's very few.
Right, and for those kids who get past that place. Because, it's much stronger in some people than others, right? It's like being born to, naturally play the piano or not.
Yes, exactly.
Or rather, maybe singing is a better example.
No,
right?
any special talent would do in that, like a baseball player or, anything.
Right.
There's so few that are that good at it.
Right. And, when you can encourage that, and, I mean, this is going to, sound nutty to some people, but what if we had something like a Hogwarts school where kids could go and learn how to really tap into their medium ability, how to...
That'd be cool.
Oh, it'd be so cool.
Oh, yeah.
But tap into their psychic ability. I just think that the possibility there is endless.
I don't think we have to worry about it because I think it's already evolving. I mean, you get these...
Well, you see more and more of it now.
Well, you know what it is,
hear more
too?
about it.
All these kids, like with autism and other stuff that's being medicated, when they're not medicated, they're in a meditative state naturally. So I mean, you can imagine what they can manifest and what they can do and what they can see. But society right now is scared of this, so they're medicating them and they're doing all this. So sooner or later, there's just going to be so many of them that aren't medicated, and you're going to start seeing breakthroughs all over the world because of these people that, have the autism. And I mean, they definitely are right-brained, and they use parts that we don't even know exist.
That's fascinating. And, that's interesting. That reminds me of an article that my highly intuitive brother sent me. There's a website called the mindunleashed.org. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this off my screen.
Yep. Okay.
I just went to this, and he pointed me to an article called "What a Shaman Sees in a Mental Hospital," and it is amazing. You're talking about how these autistic children have, a different spiritual connection, perhaps, than
they do.
The rest of us. And the shaman takes a look at mental institutes and the individuals who are institutionalized there, and sees other beings around them, sees these individuals as vessels or channels of, people on the other side. Or I guess I'm not sure if he thinks they have more like medium abilities, or if they're supposed to be sort of channeling wisdom or what have you. But it's
more wisdom, I think. I think it's
shaman. It's more about.
I think it's more like one of these people is like like a autism person or something. They're the ones that's going to discover teleportation because we're looking at it different, and the way they look at it, they're going to just look at it and say, no, we just need to do this and this and this, And they're going to discover so many ways to move our civilization forward. And right now, it's just beginning. It's going to take some time, maybe a generation or two, but it's basically they're going to be the ones that are going to move us forward. There's going to come a point where they're not going to be medicated and they're going to be able to do what they do. Because, I mean, once, 2 or 3 of them or a dozen of them come with these breakthroughs, and someone's going to realize they all have that same trait.
Are they just so far beyond us that they just seem different to us?
They're like indigo children or something. They just different. They use different parts of their brain. I like the Rain. Think of the Rain Man, how he can like add numbers and stuff.
Yeah,
cool. But people think he's like an idiot. Other than that, but he has that gift that nobody could do. Just like looking at, he looks at matchsticks fall and he can count them.
No, that's pretty amazing. Yeah. Okay.
It's sort of a 6-dimensional view of a 3-dimensional world.
Yeah. So
that kind of gift.
And there's going to be so many different forms of what they can do, and I mean, you see it now. It's like, I mean, everybody that has a kid with autism, they like, they can see it in them, and it's sad that. Well, I mean, it's not sad. It's just the way evolution starts. I mean, we're starting a new world, and so right now people are so afraid of change that they're not going to let this happen until it kind of evolves its.
Right. Hello.
because we're sending out the
vibe. Yeah. Sometimes we have Skype issues around this time, like he was just saying. You hear us now, right? Can you hear us?
Oh, I hear you. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, see, we're sending out bad vibes across Skype, so
that's
we gotta stop that.
Be
it's
nice.
not going to happen tonight. It's not going to happen.
Be nice to Skype. All right.
Not anymore. We're good. I didn't miss anything really hot, did I?
No. We heard everything.
No.
We heard you saying hello. So that's all we got it. Well,
okay.
We're good.
We heard you and you heard us, but we were both afraid to talk.
Yeah.
I think that might have been it too.
Sky, have you given your website and all that stuff yet?
I don't think I have. It's very easy. It's skygennaro.com, and that's spelled SKYEGENARO.com. And there, actually, I've got at my site. I've got a page, in addition to all of the books and novelettes that I've written that are up. I also have a page dedicated to paranormal resources, where I just list, when I read something that's really fun or I see a cool documentary on Netflix or wherever, I add that to this list. So anyone who's interested in some of the things we're talking about and more, that's a great place to go.
So what made you think of your first book?
Well, funny. Actually, I wrote a novelette called Supernatural Summer prior to this. So that was the first thing I wrote in the paranormal realm. And it, too, was about a girl who has telekinesis, but her family embraces it, but she's still trying to hide it from this guy that she has a crush on. Mind you, I write about teen girls, right? So it's all having crushes on people. But anyway, I got this story out there, and people really liked it. But it was just a novelette. It was only about 34 pages long, and I left the ending kind of open-ended, and people wanted to know what happened next. And I didn't have a plan for that Supernatural Summer story, so I just kind of ran with that whole concept of, what if we had this character with that ability, but it didn't work out so well. She was keeping it secret from everybody, and it was even more disruptive. And that's where how Echo was created.
Nice. For our audience, explain telekinesis.
Oh, telekinesis is the ability to move objects with your mind. And who was it? Uri Geller? He was someone who could do telekinesis. I think there's some of that actually documented in video. I think I've seen some video footage of that. There was also another boy. See, now I'm grabbing at straws, trying to remember names.
That's all right. I do that all the time.
All right, good. I'm in good company then.
Yeah.
Oh, there was something really fascinating I learned when I was researching about telekinesis and the teen years, how really intense emotion. Sometimes when people they think they have a poltergeist in their house.
I was just going to say that.
I was just going to say that, too.
Yeah.
Right,
that's
right, okay. So we're all on the same track here. The researcher goes in and asks if there is a kid going, like a teenager, going through puberty.
Yep.
And there's all this emotion that's causing the disruption around the house. It's not actually a ghost or an entity.
Yeah, I was just thinking that right when you said that I wonder if how many cases are actually because of the kid has telekinesis.
My son's a poltergeist. No, I'm kidding, but he's around that age. It's kind of funny the way you say that, but it's true. We've had a couple of cases where that was the cause. It was that energy that was just being spewed into the air like that, just put out there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So you okay, great. The next time I need to ask someone about that, I'm going to come to you guys because
come to us.
Oh yeah, we've had some. Yeah, we've had some interesting stuff. Yeah, we've had some real good cases. We've had some real negative cases. Yeah, we've been through a lot together.
Yeah.
We've had a knock on wood. That's wood. A success rate. We've been very good.
Yeah.
What we do, we've been okay so far. So good.
You haven't been attacked by demons or anything like that?
Nope.
No, we've had negative issues, but they go away with a little bit of prayer and a lot of white light.
No demons, though.
No demons.
Good.
We're not ghost adventures.
Our vibrations we put up high vibrations when we go to these places, so the demons aren't going to come back.
Off the wall. They won't want to follow us home.
I mean, that's the same thing with these telekinesis. It's basically they're just using a different frequency of vibration to be able to do this,
Right.
So, I mean, because, we live in a vibrational world, so everything's vibrations, and they're just using a different frequency. It's as simple as that, simple physics, that what they're doing, but not everybody would figure that out.
Right. Well, I think not everybody can believe that it's possible. And therefore, it's the old twist. You have to believe it to see it instead of seeing it to believing it.
I put that on one of my posts in my on my Facebook. You need to believe to see it, right. Whereas our old saying is you need to, I'll believe it when I see it, Right. But it's your vibrations that you're putting out before you see this thing, because you're trying to make yourself match that vibration of what you want. So you need to put out the vibrations as you already have it. And basically that's what's going to bring it to you, not waiting to see it to make you happy, because if you need to wait to see it to be happy and you're not happy now, then what makes you think you're going to be happy when you see it?
Exactly.
So basically what you're doing is that's where visualization and all that comes in, and, everything. It's just you need to, like I said, it's so simple and people mess it up.
This is really getting it's a good kick in the butt to me to restart my spiritual practice.
Maybe you need it to be on tonight. Maybe this happened for a reason.
Oh, everything happens for a reason. I have become such a strong believer in that.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Maybe the universe sent that to you to give you a kick in the ass and get you spiritual going.
Be nice.
That's what she just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. That's okay. You've nailed it. We're good. We're good.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. So tell our listeners again where they can find your books and how they can get in touch with you. Just plug yourself. Tell us all about you again.
I will do that. So my name is Sky Gennaro. I am a teen paranormal and teen paranormal romance author, which means I write books with the teenagers as the point of view characters. And my website is skygennaro.com. And all of my books are available on the major online retailers like Amazon and Barnes & Noble and Smashwords and Kobo and Apple iBooks. And if you decide you would like an autographed copy of a paperback, by all means, contact me through my website and we can arrange something.
Awesome.
I want one.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm in.
You can say you knew us when.
What's that?
You can say you knew us when.
Yeah.
All right, you got it, guys.
All right, cool. And so we still have a few minutes. I just want to make sure our listeners know where they can find your book.
So I don't want to put pressure on you, but...
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
When your next book's coming out?
Yeah, the next one is due out December 4th.
Awesome.
And that is book 2 of the series.
Yeah.
And that's when things don't go so well for our great heroine, Echo.
Oh, there you go.
You know
so
what?
It's got, things have to go dark before they can go light sometimes.
That's right. Everything's balanced.
She had a much better answer than our guy that did. Remember the guy that had a movie about a rock or something? And one of the questions were, when's the movie coming out? He goes, all I need is $4 million to get it out there. And then, so
$30 million.
Was it $30 million? Oh, yeah. My. Okay.
We talked to him the whole show, and he's like, we thought this movie was ready to go, and it was like ready for it was in production. And then
looking for a few $1 million to get it off the ground.
So we just kind of looked at each other afterwards and said, "Oh, okay,
all right."
That's hilarious.
I don't think you raised $30 million on our show.
So before I went and started publishing fiction, I was doing screenwriting and I was trying to break into the film industry, and it is a beast. I wrote, I think, 4 or 5 full-length feature scripts and pitched one to some producers who came up here to listen to pitches and actually started to get somewhere with them. And it's the same old story really. It just fell by the wayside.
Yeah.
Did a couple of revisions, fell by the wayside. It's a really, really tough industry.
You never know. One of those scripts might pop up someday, and they'll say, "Hey, let's do it."
That's very possible.
I mean,
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, that could be your story. You never know.
Right. Oh, actually, come to think of it, I hadn't even mentioned this until now. This shows you how much faith I have in the film industry. But I have a couple producers, 2 different companies, reading Echo Across Time right now.
Awesome.
They're interested in potentially making or turning it into a film.
That's awesome.
That is really cool.
It's very awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, you know what? All you can do is just keep doing what you're doing and let life take care of itself. I mean, just keep doing what you love, and good things will come to you.
I believe that. And if you're passionate about it, you're putting that out in the world, and passionate people and passionate experiences will find you right back.
And like you said earlier, it's like sometimes you're going to hit a little block. Go do something else.
Yeah.
Like if I hit a block doing something, I'll sweep, I'll do the dishes, I'll just do something else. I'll just get my mind off it totally.
I go to lunch. But yeah, I hear you.
No, you need to let things go every now and then because you're pushing them. And then
your subconscious takes over. Your subconscious will work on it. You have to just let it take its time and give it a little space.
Perfect example of that is you see somebody that you know, but you can't remember their name. And then you're thinking about it.
I do that all the time.
And then about 4 o'clock that day when you're not thinking about it, that name will pop in your head. And you're like, that was so-and-so.
It was Tom. Damn it, I called him Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened to me the other day,
That's like, hey, bud. Hey, hi.
That's a perfect example, though, that your subconscious is always working. If you ask it a question, it's computing that question. It's working on it. And the answer might not come right that minute, but you're going to get an idea later on that's going to pop in your head, and you're like, oh, my God, that's exactly what I needed to know.
It's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Words of wisdom.
Put a question out, let it go, stop thinking about it, and then...
So you got to put it out there first?
Yeah. You got to at least think it or, think that, all right, what's the next thing I need to do to make this work? And then sometimes it'll come to you right away, other times... It doesn't, but you can't just sit there thinking about it because it's going to just not come to you because you're sending out the vibration. I'm thinking of this. So like, okay, we'll let you think of this. The universe comes back to you.
You don't leave any space. It's like you have to be quiet and listen to someone else talking to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because if your mind just keep going, it's like you're talking, and you can't hear the answer coming.
Yeah, I've learned that. Yeah, when you say that, I really have.
Yeah,
it took me a long time, but it's true.
You'll spend some days reliving a past incident that you can't change.
Yeah, you got to get over it, people. Get over it.
What you need to do is you need to let those beliefs and thoughts go. You need to say, thank you for this thought, I let it go. And then you just change your thought to something else. But if you're aware of it, it's going to go away. Stop that cycle all day that you were thinking of something and you think of all the scenarios you could have done, but it's already gone, so you can't do it. The future hasn't happened yet, so all the problems we're thinking of in the future will probably never happen. So it's like what you're thinking right now is the only thing that matters.
Well, yeah, when you worry about something, too, you seem to exaggerate it. You worry about the worst-case scenario, and it's not as bad as you...
No.
It's not worth it. You're right.
Yeah. Right. You're not there yet, so you don't really know what's going to happen, so why worry about it?
Right. Yeah, you just make yourself more anxious. You start putting those vibes out into the world.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing a lot of lately, too, is really catching my thoughts. You know what's funny, too? Do you know Doreen Virtue, the angel?
Oh, I've heard of her. Yeah, in fact, I think she's coming to Portland to speak.
Yeah, she does, angel guide and angel numbers and cards and stuff.
Really?
Well,
okay.
She has angel numbers, the meanings of them. She has a whole page of 111, 2223, and then mixed numbers and everything.
Huh.
So as I was doing this, I was catching my thoughts for 2 weeks. I just made a conscious effort to catch all my thoughts. And I kept seeing number 111, 111. I'm like, what does 111 mean? So I look it up on her site. and it says, "You are now catching your thoughts." Or something.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember the exact definition, but that's
pretty
exactly
dead on.
what it meant.
Yeah.
It meant you are now watching your thoughts, and the angels are seeing this.
Wow.
And I'm like, wow. There's like synchronicities like that happen that you bring about, and if you're aware and you have heightened awareness, you're going to see them.
Aren't those beautiful when they happen? Aren't
I
those
love them.
beautiful things?
I use numbers as my thing, so I usually see a lot of numbers that mean something to me.
Huh.
You know? So, I mean, because numbers in animals like birds and stuff or whatever, you know, I look up animal totems too.
Oh, yeah. I've come to realize that animals popping up in my life, especially having little clairvoyant flashes, usually indicate something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it has to be
What?
like an out of ordinary scenario that, you know,
Right.
for me to, like, if I just see like a bird, I mean, they mean something too, but it's like the really important ones are something that just happens when you're not thinking about it, and it catches your attention.
Yep. Like, why did I suddenly just see a mountain goat in my head? Where did that just come from?
Or physically too. Like, I've got this big hawk where I live, and nobody sees it, but I've seen it, and it's like sits on a tree right where I can see from my window. You know, or, you know, whatever, like a deer crosses your path.
Yeah.
I woke up the other morning and there was a crow looking at me in my window.
Oh,
That's
cool.
never a good sign.
No, crows are cool.
Yeah,
Really?
bilocation. I think they're one of the symbols or things that they're symbolic of is being two places at once, like having a web presence, for instance, in a modern day web presence and our personal presence kind of thing.
Or in heaven or in here too, you know.
Oh, right.
So basically, crows are like the messengers to the angels and to God.
I did not know that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, they're like the spiritual in-between. You know, people look at crows as like a bad thing, like death. But death, I mean, if you think of death, when it, like, even on, like, my tarot cards, you know, death, people are like, oh, no, death. Death means that you're changing and you're changing things out, and the old is not working for you anymore, so that's your death.
Transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, a lot of pregnant women get the death card because it's basically they're starting a new life and their old life is over now that they're going to have a baby.
Oh. That's got to be scary
Really?
for them, though, if they don't
No, because once you explain the meaning of it, it's basically it's good because the old is gone and it's time for new.
That's common?
Yeah.
Wow.
The death card, people look at it like, oh, no, I'm going to die. It's like, no, it doesn't mean that at all. It means you're changing and the old ways
are
going
going
to
to
be
die.
gone and you're going to live a new, better life.
I guess that's good.
So do you do readings for other people then, too?
Nope, just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I could do them for other people, but I don't know if they'd have the same meaning that they do for me.
Yeah, that can be hard. That can be challenging to try and translate the information coming in and apply it to a different person. That's why I just do it for myself as well. I just pulled out my cards.
Yeah, did you?
That's fascinating. That's good stuff. Why? What are they telling you right now?
Nothing, actually. I'm just putting them back in order. I just got to thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pull these out. I'm going to start using them. So, yeah, I'm just setting them aside here, and just so I don't forget, I'm going to try that little practice first thing in the morning and take a look at a couple cards and see what they tell me.
Yeah, do the try the quick 7 one.
Yeah, I can do that too.
Quick 7.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Sky, what do you do in your spare time?
Boy, let's see. When I actually get out of my house, I'd like to do adventurous stuff.
Cool.
Like travel. My husband and I are going back to Asia this winter. We're going to go to Thailand and Laos and Cambodia. We rock climb. I love to whitewater canoe. 2 words that don't go together very well sometimes, but it's a lot of fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
That sounds more than fun.
Yeah, the Pacific Northwest is a great place for outdoors activities, and we try to make the best of it. We try to make really good use of it out here.
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't think about it, but where we are, too, it's very good for outdoors. I mean,
We're
we're 2 hours from the mountains. We're right near the ocean. We're
great place for ghost hunting.
2 hours from anything here, so we get a little of everything. I do like New England.
Well, it's beautiful.
You guys are in Salem, Massachusetts, is that right?
Yep.
Wow, neat.
So it's like 2 hours north is the mountains and, lakes and all that stuff. And oceans, like we can walk to it from here where we are.
Seriously?
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Well, we can walk to the ocean. Yeah, we're near the beach, but the mountains are, not far away.
Yeah, the mountains
45 minutes an hour.
It's like a 2-hour drive from here.
Deeper up, yeah.
Yeah, the big ones.
Right, yeah, I'm still an hour away, hour and a half away from the coast. But that's pretty close. It's not that bad.
No, that's not bad at all.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it here. The winters are hard because it rains for about 9 months straight.
Oh,
wow.
That sounds like murderer.
Well, it's crappy around here for about 8 or 9 months, too, to be honest with you. Like, it's cold or...
Yeah, we had a brutal snow.
We get, no spring.
Last winter was freezing. This summer, I don't even know where this summer went. This summer just, disappeared.
Yeah, no kidding. They really fly by once you get that decent weather in.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I don't know. I'm already wearing fall clothes. I'm not happy about this.
No, it's going to be 80 degrees on Friday. It's going to be nice.
Is it?
Yep.
No, see, I don't want it now because it's over. I want fall.
You can't win.
Tough man to please.
No, he's unbelievable.
Well, once you don't want to get deep.
So, Sky, tell our listeners once again how they can get in touch with you, how they can buy your books and your website or Facebook page and all that good stuff.
Great. Oh, right. I do have a Facebook page, too, Sky Gennaro. SkyGennaro.com, and I'll spell that for your listeners again. It's SkyEGenaro.com. And you'll see a list of my books there. You have an opportunity to contact me directly there. And you'll also be directed to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever you would like to go in order to purchase my books. And my books are available depending on the length. Some of them are ebooks only, and some of them are ebook or paperback or even audio.
Fantastic.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. Well, maybe he was declining. Who knows?
I lost you guys for a while. I'm not even sure what you're talking about anymore.
Oh, we're talking Patriots, football, and weather now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we're done. We're done chatting then, yes?
We are done, Sky. Thank you so much.
Sorry for the interruption. Thank you so much. You guys have been great to talk to.
Thank you, Sky. You were awesome.
You too. Take care. Bye.
Bye. All right. I think we can. No, I think we lost. Oh, my goodness. Why is all this stuff happening? We keep losing people. We're live again, though.
Oh, yeah?
We're live. We had Pete, Wicked Weather, and we had him live.
So Pete's not with us anymore?
I don't think so.
Pete, what happened?
I think Pete went away for a minute. We'll be right back after this.
Oh, he just told us we're going to have a...
You lost him again. See? But we're live one more time. We're having a lot of fun tonight in the Skype business.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss my producer.
Has anything Pete said been live?
Yeah, Pete's been off and on. Poor guy.
Wow.
Every time he talks,
we got to go back to the telephone.
Yeah, we do.
Through the Skype.
Yeah, we're going to probably straighten this out next week so this stops happening.
Yeah, Skype is not fun.
Nope. Not a good time.
It just kicks you around and throws you out.
It does. We can call Pete back. Let's see now if we answer him.
Chat it with us.
I just... Yeah, I think we've been reconnected, Jeff. Wait a minute. Also the Drum Solo Police. Everything Paranormal Mark and Jeff. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty, but I think we're back.
Yeah,
right.
I hope so.
Now we're going to try to get our next guest back. It's been kind of crazy. All right. That's all I got for Drum Soul.
Yeah, good.
What do you mean good? What the hell do you mean good?
Skype pisses me off.
We've been having issues.
Yeah, it's like they just kick you around. It's like...
It's craziness.
It's Skype and Blog Talk, and I miss Denny. That's what I miss.
I miss Denny, too. How do we get Denny back?
I don't know.
We probably pissed him off.
No, I still talk to him about you. You pissed him off.
Right. Why? What did I do? No, I didn't.
No, you didn't piss him off, but I don't know. Well, you're determined to figure this out, so I know you're going to do it.
Oh, I am.
This is your end. You're the tech guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to be good. We're going to figure it out. We're just having a couple of glitches going through the Blog Talk, through the Skype. Sound like idiots, but it's just like every time we try it, boom, it kicks us out. It's like, man, but that give us a little break.
Yeah.
Right? Better than bad music. Right, so our next guest, she's going to call me in. She's going to give us a call, and everything's going to work perfect. You have nothing to say. You have nothing to say.
I was trying to think of something witty, and nothing came.
Yeah, nothing came to live, huh?
I'll have to get witty.
Live. How's your side business going since you got time to push it? Oh, wait. By the time, who gives a crap, right? Thank you very much for Pete Lovasco, for our Wicked Weather dude. He kept calling us back like 27 times during the break. We're live. We're not. We're live. We're not.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Hopefully you guys heard some of them.
Yeah. No, we're going to figure this all out. He's actually going to be part of our weekly segment. We have him about 5 minutes before the hour. And what he's going to do is give you, like, extended forecasts. And then once it starts snowing, I said the S word. When it starts snowing, they'll give you some ski forecast, things like that.
Newsflash, if you guys didn't hear it, he said this winter's going to suck.
Yeah. Pete Lovasco, the Wicked Weatherman.
It's going to be cold and snowy or cold and no snow. So cold is the word to look at right now.
What's the Farmer's Almanac say right now?
Cold and snowy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
It's like all over the country. It's going to be Chicago, those Chicago area, that's going to be bitter cold. We're bitter cold, too, which...
Bitter.
Can't get more bitter than last year, freaking 12 degrees at noontime.
In June.
Yeah, I know, in June. Really?
Damn, it was cold.
I froze my ass off last year.
So the guy in the Speedo. Yeah, it was cold. Winter just went on and on and on, so our Wicked Weather dude's telling us we're going to have another rough winter.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, one day, it goes from 40 degrees to 90. It's New England for you.
If you don't like the weather, wait a minute.
Where's our caller?
Our caller's coming in. The poor girl. She was trying to call in, and we just totally axed her. So it's because we're recording this time slot, and our producer Danny's too busy for us, so we produce on our own.
Danny. And
then I keep hitting the wrong button or hanging up. No, the connection was, we figured it out. It was actually between us and Blog Talk, and I think we're gonna have it good now.
Nobody cares.
We were down, yeah. All 12 listeners. Where's the cricket sound effect?
Yeah.
I don't think I have a cricket. What do I have? I think I have. This was for Pete. Pete Lovasco, Wicked Weather dude. Here we go. 25 minutes late. Huh?
You didn't use it.
No. This CD's kind of great. It has all kinds of good sound effects. Like one of our favorites. Yeah, let's see if I can find this one. Every time we turn it on, say, "Welcome to Everything Paranormal with Mark and Jeff."
F you.
Well, Jeff, a couple of weeks ago, I got one of his smartest comments he's ever had. Something like this. Wait, verbatim. I got it. Wait a minute. Listen closely. Put your ear close. Put your ear close to the speaker. Oh, Jeff, words of wisdom. Boy, we have fun.
Literally talking out your ass.
Too bad we don't get many guests because when they call in, I hang up on them.
We get one guest. They come
we
on
do.
once.
It works out. Next week, folks, we're going to get it right, all right? I swear to God, we're going to get it right.
So what do we get going on with this guest?
She's actually great. She's an author.
Yeah.
And I checked her out.
We get a lot of authors lately.
There are lots of authors. This author has written 13 books.
Good. I'm going to start reading.
Well, maybe you should. I love when they send me the books. I get to read them, check them out. It's really cool. Her name is Carla Wills Brandon. And, well, last time she called, I hung up on her, so hopefully she's not too mad. She'll come back.
Go back.
You can call her back. It's going to make a lot of noise, though.
So what? Better than listening to us idiots.
Yeah, it's a good point. That is a good point. So how's your numerology stuff going?
Getting a lot of hits on that website.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's, I don't know, just a lot more, I don't know, must spreading out a little bit. Sorry. It's got something in my throat.
You going to be okay?
I hope so.
All right.
Choking on iced coffee.
Yeah, it is. You have like big hunks of ice in there. That's what's doing it to you.
Yeah, no, that's going good. I start my new video show on Thursday.
Right.
Talking about little universal stuff, little law of attraction, little how to make your life a little better. So I'm going to put that on my Facebook right now. In the next few weeks, I'll get the links and everything to it.
Right.
Now it's just going to be like a pilot. I'm going to play around a little with it. Well, still get some good stuff. You'll get the archives you can go to.
Right.
But, you know, as of right now, I'll start really pushing it next week. I got it going away this week, so.
Going away? Where are you going?
I'm going to New Hampshire. Do a job. Work.
Oh, you work for a living?
I'm trying to.
Hey, remember that investigation a couple of weeks ago at the that mansion?
Yep.
In Beverly?
Yeah, what about it?
Whatever happened? What'd you guys find out?
Oh, we got some EVPs coming in. We got our new EVP man, Paul. I won't give his last name, I guess, but Paul.
Paul Titus.
He's been.
Am I supposed to say that?
He's been going over stuff.
Right.
He's awesome. He like comes out. He digs pretty deep.
Right.
So,
he does. He finds some amazing stuff.
He already told me he doesn't like tell me what he gets.
Hi, you've reached the office of Dr. Michael Brandon and Carla Wills Brandon.
Right.
We're disappointed that one of